You're watching QPTV Daily Social Live. Welcome. I'm your host for today, James. And we're back. And this is a little bit of a mix of we're back and a test show, as we're testing out some of our new videos, our new program, and we'll latch on to a time eventually. Today, let's turn down the back for a minute. So you may see it on our website. QPTV's channel and website are currently under construction and maintenance. We ask for your patience while we make things better. Program submissions to QPTV's web file upload portal are not currently available. Please do not send in your files for processing via web or email. Stay tuned to QPTV.org. We'll bring you all the updates as soon as they're available to you. We have a quick COVID-19 update. As you know, hopefully, if you haven't heard, in New York State, all New Yorkers 16, the age of 16 and above are eligible for a vaccine. So if you go to qptv.org/coronavirus, you will find links to find out where you can get the vaccine. Let's see if we can bring that up here. This is the fun part. There's the website. What you want to do, almost. Let's get the website back up there. There, the website. Here we have the website, qptv.org. You just go look for the coronavirus resources page. And we have links there. Vaccine Finder. And the MTA actually has a subway map that shows you where you can get a COVID vaccine in relation to your subway stop. And in Queens, where there aren't a whole lot of subway stops, they do have them on the map as well. You want to check that out.
With COVID-19 vaccines here, New York City is coming back strong. Safe and effective vaccines are coming to all New Yorkers soon. Get vaccinated when it becomes available to you. Learn more at nyc.gov/COVID vaccine. With COVID-19 vaccines here, New York City.
We're back. Let's move on to Behind the Conversations. Coming up on Queen's Conversations. It's an important show because it's dealing with a lot of what's happening in relation to Asian American hate crimes. And before I show you this clip, I just want to describe what Queen's Conversations is all about. And Queen's Conversations, if you haven't watched it, is the live talk show featuring QPTV's award-winning production and hosting team, Lucia Dragos, Noran Omar, and John Collins, having discussions with a diverse spectrum of Queens residents and leaders. Every topic is incredibly relevant, and every discussion is enlightening. Let me cue up a clip here. We'll take a look at this promo. Queen's Conversations coming up this Thursday, live at 3 p.m. You can watch here on qptv.org. On all social media, and of course, the channel We will play this right now.
Recent news reports from Queens and around the country seem to indicate an alarming surge in unprovoked attacks on Asian American people. The attacks often include shouted racial slurs, threats, and cries of "Go back home," "Not your country," and "Killer virus." It's not clear what is motivating these vicious assaults, so we decided to examine the issues behind them in this week's Queens Conversations. Whether this violence is caused by pandemic stress, politics, or the power of simmering long-term racism, we found that people and communities are responding to protect and offer help to any potential victims. Recent news reports from Queens and around the country seem to indicate an alarming
check that out.
in unprovoked attacks
And of course,
on Asian
once
American
that
people. The attacks
airs
often
will bring
include
clips
shouted
of it
racial
to you, but you want to check it out live because then you can interact with the hosts and the guests. That's the beauty of live television, live streaming. You have the opportunity to communicate directly with the hosts and subjects. And we're going to bring a lot more of that to you on the show, where not only will we be doing that on this show, but we'll be showing you how to do it on your own programs. If you're a producer with QPTV or even just someone who's interested or doing something on your own independently, you can absolutely feel free to watch Daily Social Live in the future, as Watch, Learn, Create is all about what we do, and we'll be bringing you those segments to show you how to do just that. And with that, let's take another quick break. We'll be right back. So if you check out QPTV.org, obviously this is what's on the site now. But as you can see, we have some things coming up that you'll want to check out. On Wednesday, April 21st, from 6 to 7:30 p.m., New Yorkers for Culture and the Arts, presenting Mayoral Forum on Culture and Arts. This is a forum focused on the culture and arts industries and organizations throughout New York City, and their sort of inquiry into what the future mayor of New York City, how they will help out in that area. We'll be bringing you more information about this program as soon as we have it. It'll be up on the website, but we'll be sending you information via our mailing list. Go to qptv.org/newsletter to get on that immediately. Or you can go right to the website. It's right here. Sign up. And speaking of that, upcoming events. International Jazz Day is coming up April 30th. QPTV and Chapman Roberts Go Global for International Jazz Day. We'll be presenting this along with the folks at jazzday.com. This will be a streaming presentation on the website. You don't want to miss it. You have all that on qptv.org. We have one more break before we sort of begin to wrap things up. This is sort of a loose show because we have to prepare for the next show. The next show is going to be even better. And then so on it goes. We'll be right back.
Recent news reports from Queens and around the country seem to indicate an alarming surge in unprovoked attacks on Asian American people. The attacks often include shouted racial slurs, threats, and cries of "Go back home," "Not your country," and "Killer virus." It's not clear what is motivating these vicious assaults, so we decided to examine the issues behind them in this week's Queens Conversations. Whether this violence is caused by pandemic stress, politics, or the power of simmering long-term racism, we found that people and communities are responding to protect and offer help to any potential victims.
While you're at qptv.org, you'll want to check out Queen's Perspective with Rosalind Nieves. This is episode 3 of ENN and Spotlight on Flushing Town Hall, which we will show you a little preview of in a moment. Let me bring up the website again. Try that again. I promise it'll be perfect by the end of the week. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not Wednesday, but by the end of the week. Let's try this one out. There we go. There's the website. And if you scroll down a little bit, you can see Queen's Perspectives right here. You can watch it. Let's try something now. Let's be risky. Let me try this out. This works. Oh, it worked. There we go. All right. Getting there. A little more time, more confidence with the buttons. All right. So there we have the website, Queen's Conversations. Let's take a look at a little preview of the Spotlight on Flushing Town Hall.
Hello, I'm Rosalind Nieves. Welcome to Queen's Perspectives. I'm with Sammy Abu Shemaiz. He is a multifaceted arts administrator, musician, educator, and the deputy director of Flushing Town Hall. Sammy, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks so much for having me, Ross. It's great to see you again.
You too. And the last time I saw you was pre-COVID. How have you been?
I've been good. Under the circumstances, myself and Flushing Town Hall, we've been surviving.
How have they adapted over the past year?
I don't mean to overlap the names and the lower thirds, but this is the Daily Social Live. Please go to the website and watch the whole thing to see everything.
Our first event
it's worth
to
it.
close was actually our Chinese Temple Bazaar for the Lunar New Year 2020, February 1st. So we kind of hesitantly were unsure through February of 2020, but then ended up closing like the rest of the city in mid-March. Since mid-March, we really made a quick pivot to online programs. That included both of our concert programs, our normal programs for adult audiences, as well as our arts education programs. So we were lucky enough, I have to say, to receive some of the federal grants and emergency funds from some of the foundations. So big shout out to supporters in government and foundation world for getting emergency funds together for arts institutions. That meant for us that even though our doors have been closed since March 13th, we've been able to retain our staff and hire back artists to do new programs. So between March and December of 2020, we actually produced 265 online programs.
Excellent.
We reached about 30,000 audience members, and we were able to hire or employ more than 300 artists in one way or another during that time period. So we've been super busy on staff, just trying to do as much as we can to keep ourselves out there, to keep global arts and culture on everybody's radar.
And to definitely stay relevant. You did everything virtually.
Yep.
You pivoted. You brought back live performances on stage. What have you presented? Name drop for us.
Yes. Well, so we just had our very first online performance a couple weeks ago that featured, our first performance from the stage of Flushing Town Hall. It was a live stream featuring the great Broadway deity, Andre DeShields. And he did an amazing rendition of Frederick Douglass. He created this theater piece, I guess, about a decade ago, and he's reviving it now. So we had him live on our stage.
You'll definitely want to check out Queen's Perspectives with Rosalind Nieves. We have a lot of episodes, and each one is just fascinating because we cover everything that is happening in your community and all the current events as well. So check out Queen's Perspectives. There's a whole series on Women's History Month, and there is a series on Black History Month. The hashtag Black History every month, I believe. Don't quote me on that yet. We'll be bringing that to you this show because that's going to be a year-long thing. And we'll have it together. Be perfect. Trust me. As Daily Social Live, we will continue to build out the show as we have time and see fit. We're making a lot of progress on this show, folks. I promise you. And it's going to be more of your show where you get to interact on a regular basis, providing your own insights on not only your community, but a lot of what we want to do on the show as well is bring to you how media is created and how it's watched and listened to and streamed and everything else. It's all about what our mission is, which is to help facilitate media, community media. So as we go along with the show, we'll be getting more into that, along with everything that's happening on QPTV.org and on the channels and on all of our social media outlets, hence the Daily Social. Let's take one quick break, and then we'll be right back.
Coronavirus recently claimed the life of Lorena Borjas, a 57-year-old transgender Jackson Heights resident. Lorena moved to the U.S. when she was 21. As a sex worker and trafficking survivor, Lorena dedicated her adult life to providing her transgender companions and gay immigrant men with information, advice, food, and medical supplies. She worked as an educator at community health centers across the city and was an advocate and activist for the transgender and immigrant communities. If you would like to learn more about Lorena, you can view a QPTV documentary about her life at qptv.org/queensstories. Coronavirus.
That's going to be it for today. So thanks again for tuning in to Daily Social Live from QPTV. We'll be back again with more on what you should know from Queens Public Television. We'll have updates on our channels and the website as soon as we can bring them to you. So if you want to make sure that you know everything and you want to stay up to date completely, make sure that you subscribe to QPTV's newsletter. Go right to the website homepage. We have a form on there, or you can go to qptv.org/newsletter to subscribe. But again, we want to thank you. We'll be back again with more on what you should know, because we can't do this without you. In fact, we're here for you. We want you to become part of our in real life social network. Go to qptv.org to find out how to watch, learn, and create with QPTV. Tell your friends about us, share and subscribe. Stay safe and be well.